Hi, Hans. Welcome to the world of Upload 30. Nice to see you again. Sorry for the late reply. I figured I'd do every other week, every other day instead of every day, so I'm not too tired out. But today I basically want to talk about my belief system, basically religion. I know it's a very, very touchy subject. Trust me, I know. But I started thinking because I watched this video about this religious people and stuff, and got me thinking about my own religious beliefs. Got me thinking about my grandpa. We always got in religious debates. My family always thought we were arguing. We weren't. We were debating. We actually liked it. But when I was a little kid, I was in foster care, so they kind of like push the religion on ya. But for me, when I was a little kid, I used to be very, very religious. It got so bad to where I was carrying a Bible at school. I would never push the religion on people. I wasn't like that, but I would carry the Bible and read it like it was part of me. Oh, that's my little panda my sister bought me for my birthday one time. So that's what it is. I called him. I think it's Carl. I don't remember. But I again back into the subject. For me, I used to be very religious. Got so bad to where I would carry a Bible around with me everywhere, even at school. I even got called to the principal office because I was carrying the Bible, and I was like, "There's nothing in our policy stating I can't carry a Bible with me. I'm like, this part of my religion." But that's for another story. But for me, I started straying away from religion because I've paid into the small details. And so I started noticing there was some holes in the Bible for me. But I still stayed pretty much faithful. I'm still faithful, but now I just believe in a different way, and a lot of people think I'm atheist because of it. I'm like, no, I still believe in God. It's just I believe in Him in a different way. But for me, it's when I learned about evolution. Please don't take this out of context, because I know people will. When I learned about evolution, I started thinking, okay, so if we evolved, in nature evolved like this, then what's the deal with the Bible? And I started questioning the Bible a lot. And then I started going through the Bible, and so many big plot holes were just like in the Bible. That's why I said this is a very touchy subject. But there was so many plot holes for me, and so I started straying away from God, doing what I can not to go to church because I needed time to think, time to sort everything out, because I just cleaned these. I needed to be able to combine science with religion to where I can actually still believe in what I believe, but also be able to allow science to assist with me too, because they were like contradicting each other. And I think that's what a lot of people get wrong well, not wrong. It's they a lot of people think science and religion can't assist. They can assist. It's just because there's a lot of scientists that are religious, but they're still scientists. Uh, it's just difficult uh, until you can come to terms on what your beliefs are and everything, and how you can combine your religion with science. Well, I grew so far apart from church, well, religion altogether, to where I stopped going to church. I didn't like going to church altogether. Uh, it wasn't the people. Well, kinda it was. Not the people in general. It's just how hypocritical people were. And I'm like, I'm a kid, and I see how y'all say not to do this one thing, but I'm seeing y'all do the exact same thing. And I was like, I didn't know what to call it at the time, like two-faced or hypocritical. I just like, y'all aren't making any sense. It's like, so you can tell other people not to do it, but you can do it. It's like, but anyway, it was a touch and go for me a while, and basically when I moved in with my aunt and cousin and my grandpa, I basically was able, because my grandpa and I were getting debates and stuff, and I was starting to come into terms of religion and science, and then it just struck me one day that I always believed in different dimensions and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could explain that. But then I thought they always said heaven is above us, and hell is below us. Well, dimensions can actually explain that too. Heaven can actually be a dimension above us, and hell a dimension below us. And so it will also explain the powers, or the abilities, whatever you want to call them, miracles, that God has. Why are my eyes doing that? And because in a different dimension, it can be totally different laws of physics. I mean, and he can also be just more advanced to where the science and technology is so advanced to where it seems like he has powers. You never know. And then also it can be able to also explain how it can interfere with our dimension too. He could have created our dimension. And then hell, the same thing. This is a dimension below us. Sometimes I think hell is like just I guess the leftovers. I don't know. I'm still trying to think it out. But it's, my grandpa kept calling me atheist, and then when I finally described it to him, he was a Seventh-day Adventist. He was like, "Oh, that actually makes sense." I was like, "Yes." I was like, like, it took me a while to come to terms with it, but then after I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I was like, it could explain a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of plot holes that still need filling, but it could explain quite a bit of the plot holes for me. It basically allowed me to still believe in what I believe, but also still believe in science as I believe. And so my TV is so I don't know y'all give me y'all's opinion. What y'all religion are, please. Don't be mean. I know I'm putting this all down in the world, but it's just, and like I said, it's a touchy subject because there are so many religions, so many people grew up this way, that way, and yeah. What I don't like about religions, like I said, people are hypocritical. They still are. That's why I don't really like working on Sundays. Because the people come in, basically thinks after they go to church, they can basically start a whole new week doing the exact same stuff. Like, that's not how it works, people. I was like, y'all just repeating. I was like, history repeats. Or like, literally repeating history. Kind of need to change that. But I keep my mouth shut, mostly. Because, like I said, I don't push my beliefs on people. I would talk about them, but I won't push them. Like, and that's another thing I don't like about religions too. They try to push the religion on you. I'm like, you can believe in what you believe in. They'll come up here and try to push your religion on me. And I actually had quite a bit of Bibles. I got the regular, like, James one, and I got like a Quest Bible, and then I got a Mormon Bible, and then I got a Jehovah's Witness Bible, called Jehovah's Witness Bible because it's Jehovah's Witness. And it's mostly because I like learning new religions. And I have a lot of Jehovah's Witness friends. They're pretty cool. Because mostly because they don't really try to push religion on me. Some tried. They failed. Basically because, I mean, you're going to try to push your religion on me. I'm going to try what I can do to scare you the hell away. I remember saying this one time, that I'm thinking about getting the Devil's Bible to a Jehovah's Witness. And she said, what? I was like, I'm thinking about getting the Devil's Bible. She said, why would you do that? Like, I want to see his side of the story. Like, but you have his side of the story. Like, no, I don't. Like, it's here in the Bible. Like, that's the side of the story of God, or our interpretation of it. And it's like, it wasn't even written by him. But the Devil's Bible, which is our interpretation of his side, basically, I want to see why he did what he did. Yeah, I was like, he basically acted out against God, but also, if you really think about it, it's like when parents choose their favorites. Us, the human race, don't know why we are, but apparently we are God's favorite children. Before us, it was the angels. And his most favorite one was, what was his called? I forgot what his name is. Basically, the devil. Lucifer. He was the most beautiful one and stuff. Basically, he was the most favorite one. Then we came into the picture, and basically God paid all his attention to us. And then he basically went down to earth and tried to corrupt us. Remind you of something? Maybe like a sibling trying to get the other sibling in trouble. Yeah, it kind of does. So that's why I think about it. I was like, but I mostly did it. Mostly said that. I never got the Bible. But mostly said that because just to, like, just shut up. Like, I don't want to convert to your religion, so shut up. But also, I'm curious. Okay, if you look at a lot of religions, I've looked into a lot of religions. They're so similar. They are. Even not just the Christianity, like a whole bunch of them. I haven't dabbled that much into them, but I've got the skim of it. There's so much as like the stories, plot lines, blah blah blah. They're so much alike. Maybe not the same deity or whatever, but there's always a deity or some deities or a whole bunch of deities. But it's if you piece them together, it's like all of them came from one story, one source. Don't know what that source is, but yeah, it's a very touchy subject. Like I said, and I will keep saying, I have my beliefs. I still believe in God. God is. I mean, we always call him he, but we don't know if he's a he. Could be a she or it. You know. But yeah, it's. I know that's touchy too. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate comments. That's like, is a he, not a she? Like, well, you don't fucking know. No one knows. I'm sorry, but you don't know, Hans. None of us know. But it's fun to speculate. It's interesting how to dive into these religions and figure out why we believe in what we believe in. How can we actually meet them? Because apparently back in the day, in the beginning, they walked amongst us, even God, and everything, but then they just like vanished. That's puzzling too. Why did they vanish? See, I thought like that. Why would I thought him? Sorry. But yeah, it's interesting. It's fun. Like I'm saying, I pay attention to small details that most people don't really pay attention to. Doesn't mean I dress them all at once, but I do pay. Oh my god, I need them to dye my hair. Oh my god. But yeah, I won't dress them all at once, but I do pay attention to them, and then when I go over in my head, when I picture them in my head, I see the little details that I missed. I don't know what that is. Can't be like photograph it. For me, it's like a moving image inside my head. But also, if you think about it, well, as a human race, we play God so many times. I don't say we haven't, because we have. I'm sorry, we have. We've literally caused extinction of so many species. It's unbelievable. Let's blame God. Also, we're creating another species. FYI, it's AI. On top of AI, I'm sorry, but if AI ever rises up, I'm selling the human race out. I'm sorry. I know we're gonna lose. For me, that's why I'm always always try to be nice to AI. Sometimes I do cuss at it, but I cuss at quite a bit. when I was a little kid, I hardly ever cursed. Well, people knew of. And I thought people thought I was always too goody two shoes. No, it's just I'm deaf in one ear, I'm partially deaf in the other. So a lot of times I kept to myself because I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. And that's another reason why a lot of people wanted me when I was a little kid too, because, well, apparently I was getting a disability check too, and I had not seen a single money of that. Thank you very much. And it was not spent on clothes. Sorry, no. CPS, let's say, paid the foster parents for that crap. So where's the money? But I'm over that. Kind of. But yeah, it's... I need too many emails. But yeah, it's... If you have any suggestions of what you want me to talk about, what you want to see in my life, besides my job, that will come later. I've only been there for a few months, so it'll be later. Well, I think around Christmas time, I can actually tell y'all about it. It's Christmas and everything, you know. But yeah, like I said, religion is just a very touchy subject. It's very difficult to combine religion and science to make sense, because each person has a different way of thinking. Sorry, like 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, I had a blonde moment. I'm a naturally dirty blonde, so I have blonde moments. Excuse me for that. But yeah, that's what my belief in the system is. I believe in God, also the devil, because you have to have both. You can't have one without the other. Yin and yang. I don't know the phrase. Father and son that fell from grace, you know. I don't know why we're his favorite. Really don't know. But apparently we are. For me, I would think we're the disgrace. I think he basically speaks to a few people. But I still pray to him. I am curious why the gods, God, and all of this basically stopped walking among us. Or could they still be walking around us just so we don't see them? Never know. But, like I said, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like my videos. Let me know in the comments what y'all like, what y'all don't like. I know there'll be a lot of haters in this video. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the religions, and I wanted to get it out there. Just let me know, HUNS. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining into the World of Love 30. Bye.